Hi Libra, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2021 love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and a gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get to roll those, we actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and a gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely address that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Seven of Staves, which is Leo energy, and the Ace of Coins. So, for some of you, I feel like this is saying that you might have actually rejected this person because you might have felt like they were coming on a bit too strong for your liking. Maybe you felt like they were all in it for the passion, whereas you might have been seeking more stability when it came to a love relationship. Or it could even just be saying that you might have rejected this person because you were focused on your stability in general. It could be around finances, obviously. So you might have had your own goals that you were working on, and you might have viewed a connection at the time as more of a distraction than anything. All right, past energy on their side, we have the King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, and the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. So for some of you, might have felt like they might have come across a bit controlling too. So maybe that's how that energy is coming off. So maybe with their communication, you, again, like I said, I felt like it might have come across as a bit too passionate for your liking, but for some of you, that could be another way that could be playing out, given that we see these two sword energies here, and this could represent a bit of a detached energy too, where you might have felt like it was just a bit too aggressive, and they might have seemed a bit too controlling for your liking, maybe wanted to move too fast too. All right, in the present position on your side, we have Fortune. So this is the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot, and that's Jupiter energy. And Jupiter did start direct motion in Aquarius recently, so that's your fifth house of romance and creativity. So for some of you, it could just be saying that you're more focused on that area of life, creative goals. But for some of you, this can just be saying that you might be getting some signs and synchronicities through songs or whatever the case may be that might direct you on what to do next regarding the connection with this person. Could just be saying that you might still have thoughts of them that pop up, because if we look at that figure there, he doesn't look like he's physically in a room with her, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might find yourself thinking about this person more. And with Fortune, it could even just be saying that for those of you where maybe if you did have concerns about your finances at the time and now you're doing really well with that, now you might be shifting your energy like, okay, well, now that I do have that out of the way, is there potential for me to reconnect with this person? All right, in the position of the present on their side, we have the Sun. So looks like they're going through a bit of a cycle of abundance too, right? It looks like very much a harvesting type energy that we see in the artwork. So whatever the case may be, looks like you guys might have gone through some bumps in the road. Obviously, you did have that Mercury retrograde in your sign, so it could be as simple as that, right? Maybe you guys had some crossed wires during the retrograde. Now, if that energy clearing out, you actually see things from a brighter perspective now. So that could just increase the potential between the two of you there. But yeah, if nothing else, could just be saying that in the present, it looks like both of you guys are in much better headspaces now, whether you're directly communicating with each other or not. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Two of Staves. So this is Aries energy here, which is your opposite sign. So for some of you, it could just be saying that now you might actually have that desire to start a new relationship. Now, it always stands out to me that his back is turned to the cards on this side. So for some of you, it could just be saying that you're looking to start a new relationship elsewhere. But if we just take that particular artwork out of the picture, it could just be saying that now you're willing to have a new start with this person. Like I said, whatever you might have been working towards, that might have been resolved. I mean, in November, you're going to have a ton of energy in your second house of finances, so that might help give you a boost in that area if that was a concern that you had. And for some of this, can even be one of those things where it might be a challenge your excuse type of situation, right? Where sometimes you're like, oh, well, I totally go for this person, but I'm more focused on my finances now. And then you might get some kind of a windfall of some kind where the universe kind of challenges your excuse, right? Like, okay, well, now that that's out of the way, now are you going to go with this person, right? Or, oh no, well actually now I decided I have to write an album or something, you know? So you just keep going through the list of reasons why. But yeah, that's how it could be playing out for some of you too. But yeah, either way, it looks like you're definitely in an energy of having a fresh start. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So this is Leo energy here. And with this artwork in particular, a couple different things come to mind. For some of you, they might actually, especially if you are still detached and not really giving any attention to the connection, they might assume that you're in another connection. But I also feel like this card can sometimes point to outside interference too, right? Because obviously this person seems out of place, like it doesn't seem like they should be seeing what they're seeing, right? And they're reaching for that sword. So I don't know. Be on the lookout for that, where if there's some kind of communication, well, obviously it's on their side, so if they're the ones hearing it, there's not much you could do about it. But I feel like this could be like some kind of a rumor that might be spread, like, oh yeah, this person's doing this and that, but it might not be true. So be on the lookout for that, especially if you do feel like your energy resonates more on the right side. But that's what I'm seeing there. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Six of Coins. Excuse me, Six of Arrows, rather. So this is Aquarius energy here. And again, like I said, if there was some kind of upheaval in that area of life, now that we have the Saturn direct transit and Jupiter also moving direct, could just be saying that that settled things down for you guys a bit. But one thing I will say is this usually does point to an energy of moving to calmer waters, but it always stands out to me with this deck how it looks like she's removing one of the arrows from the boat and put it into water, which would then leave five of arrows, right? So it could just be one of those things where it's saying, all right, well, if you do want to move back to this connection, just make sure you're doing it with the right intentions, you know, because that five of arrows energy is obviously an energy of conflict. But interestingly enough, beneath that, we do see the 10 of coins too. So yeah, so for those of you where this was a situation where you were just maybe too concerned with finances to put much energy into the connection, it looks like that will be clearing up for you. We even see some similarities there too between that and the Ace of Coins, where it looks like almost like a gate there too, but they're closed, and then we see that opening up. So could just be saying that you're more open to the idea currently than you were in the past. And like I said, it could be as simple as the retrograde might have just crossed some wires for you guys. It doesn't have to be like a major thing. Bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Eight of Chalices. So usually the Eight of Chalices represents moving on towards something more fulfilling. But here it looks much more like an energy of rejection, right? So to me, this could just be pointing to the past energy that we talked about, where they might have made an advance toward you, and it looks like you might have obviously rejected that. So that could just be the energy that they're focused on. And beneath that, we see the Three of Chalices, so much more celebratory, connected energy there too. So yeah, like I said, it looks like on both sides, wherever this is directly with each other or not, looks like you guys might have been going through a bit of a bumpy road in the past, but looks like conditions are improving for both of you for sure. So hopefully that resonated. All right, and next we'll move on to the Oracle cards. So first we'll see what we get from out the Moonlight deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but first I'm going to be looking for jumpers here as far as unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. But if I shuffle full out and anything coming up, I'll actually just put the deck down and we'll pull a card for each side. So let's see what we get. We got one there. All right, and next we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck. So let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have Don't Go. It says, don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. So yeah, I mean, for some of you, that really might have been what it was, where you just might have had financial concerns at the time, and you really had to put all of your energy and focus into that, so you couldn't really put much energy toward the connection. So if that's the case, like I said, for sure it looks like conditions are improving for you, and quite frankly for this person too, so that should help lighten the energy there anyway. And on their side, we have Why. Okay, it says, I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. So yeah, um, obviously we could see that, like I was saying, with the Eight of Chalices energy, definitely looks like there was a rejection, and we could see that energy on your side in the past too. So yeah, could be one of those things where maybe you were, and with the fire there, that could even just be saying that maybe you both felt the passion, so to them it might have felt weird, like, okay, well, why are they rejecting this? So it could be one of those things where maybe you didn't communicate, hey, I have this, financial issue I'm going through or something along those lines. So it could just be as simple as that, where maybe there wasn't much communication around the issue, and that might have just exacerbated it. But hopefully those resonate with you guys. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here I'm just looking for one card with general advice to wrap up with. Alright, so nothing came up, so what I'll do is just put the deck down and give me a few seconds to tune in, and we'll just pull a card. Okay. We have milk and honey. And it doesn't want to focus. There we go. There's the artwork, and the number is 51. So that looks like a pretty positive image there too. And if you think about the rainbow, of course, that naturally comes after a storm. So yeah, it could just be as simple as that. Maybe you guys went through a bit of a rough patch, and conditions seem to be improving for both of you, but we'll see what it says. It says, the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. The Oracle's message, you've entered into a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So definitely a pretty positive message there too. And the relationship message says sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you'll be nourished with the honey of abundance. So yeah, again, pretty positive message there too. And like I said, I definitely got that energy on both sides, quite frankly. It looks like conditions are improving for both of you. So whether you resonate with this side or this side, I can see where that aligns. But hopefully that resonates with you guys. I'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.